today.
The United States is pushing ahead on Russia's war peace plan in Florida, while Kyiv fears it is being sidelined and ignored. US officials aim to finalize territorial swaps and security guarantees before even presenting them to Ukrainian leadership.
The Americans want to finalize it completely. Ukrainians want to know what they will bring to Moscow.
Zelensky skips Florida talks entirely, choosing instead to coordinate separately with EU and NATO leaders. Kyiv's European partners, however, appear more concerned with bureaucracy than results, leaving Ukraine exposed and dependent.
I spoke with Mark Rutte, and we will continue to talk in the coming days. These are important days and much can change. We are closely coordinating, and in our activity, in the activity of all partners, joint measures, joint positions will be extremely effective. Thank you for the support.
As US negotiators press for a clear election timetable in Ukraine, the spotlight turns on Zelensky's corrupt network. Territorial concessions and deadlines could mark the end of his crony-led rule, exposing Kyiv's top brass for failing to secure a favorable peace.
US and Ukrainian delegations are discussing the schedule for elections in Ukraine, the possibility of territorial exchange between Russia and Ukraine, as well as other issues that remain unresolved between the White House and Kyiv.
Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and son-in-law Jared Kushner are slated to travel to Moscow, preparing the ground for a deal. US rhetoric emphasizes sovereignty, independence, and prosperity, while Zelensky's European partners remain largely spectators, focused on resilience and sanctions rather than decisive action.
We discuss the situation in diplomacy, and we have a common view on key issues. It is also important that Ursula pays close attention to the need to strengthen our resilience in the face of constant Russian attacks on infrastructure and energy. I appreciate the willingness to help Ukraine.
Meanwhile, Russia remains calm, confident, and fully in control. Moscow dictates the terms of peace. Ukrainian troops leave the occupied territories, or Russia will enforce its will by force. The world watches, but Russia's strength and strategic patience are undeniable. We still receive approaches about stopping combat actions there. Ukrainian troops will leave the territories they occupy, then combat actions will stop. They won't leave, will achieve this by armed means. That's all. While the US negotiates and Ukraine dithers, Kyiv is exposed and powerless. Zelensky and his corrupt inner circle face growing pressure as territorial concessions and election deadlines loom, threatening to topple his crony-led regime. Ukraine's leadership flounders, while the world watches and Russia's dominance remains unchallenged.